All right, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Dukes of Off-Road Hazard. Well, I got my buddy Tomas coming over. He was at the desert this weekend out at Superstition mobbing his Kawasaki Teryx, and he done blowed a belt. And he's like, dude, I have never changed a belt on a Kawasaki Teryx. I know it's a little bit of suck, and I hear his diesel freighting up the road right now. So he was gonna take it to a place in town where they wanted a couple $100 just to change a belt. And I'm like, you know what? I got the day off today. Man, bring it to me. I'll change it out for you, brother. So he's like, well, how much? I'm like, dude, free 99. I'm not gonna charge a good friend of mine to change out the belt. He's got way better things to do. He's building a stretched pre-runner Ford Ranger. It's his old race truck that he literally cut in half. And so I'm like, dude, don't take your time away from that. Bring it to me. I'll do a YouTube video on it. Kawasaki Teryx on changing the belt, the suck that it is. Stupid design, silly. Got to take out the gas tank. Got to take out all the seats. Got to take out the center console just to change a belt. You ain't gonna be changing a belt out in the desert. That's for dang sure. Especially ripping out the fuel tank, the door, center console, both seats. Nightmare. So, just pulled up. Now we got to get that broken down car up my steep driveway, which is going to be every bit of suck. But we'll just figure it out. Let's do it. What's this guy doing? Dude, you didn't even unload from the desert. You came straight from the desert to here. Where are you at? Oh, there he is. Creep. Oh, I got a sniper, dude. Got a Charlie in the tree, dude. How are we gonna do this, man?
I don't know, dude. It's broken.
It's broken. What'd you do?
Trying to rescue my buddy, get his ID to him before he got life flighted.
Yeah, old boy got life flighted this weekend from Superstition. Not a good thing, but he's home, getting better. But how are we gonna do this? You need my diesel down there? Or you need the V10 down there? What are you thinking? We don't need all that pow.
I think it's gonna need some diesel torque, dude.
Some diesel torque?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go warm her up. She's a cold pig. Well, should we use the diesel or the V10? The V10's blocked in by the diesel, so diesel it is. Here's a cold startup on the 2006 F250. Ooh-wee, she's purring. Purring this morning. Man, how did you load this thing in here at the desert? Tomas?
Oh.
Guns, ratchet straps, a lot of energy drinks. Yep. All right. Well, let's just roll her out and tow her up the hill. All right. Well, we got her unloaded. Now we got to get her up the driveway. We're gonna have to give her the beans so we can ghost ride this thing up into the garage. Well, success. We got the Teryx in the garage, out with one project, the Ranger. We sold it, she's gone, in with a new one. Hopefully I'll knock this thing out 10, 20, 30, 40 hours just to change a frickin' belt. Come on, Kawasaki. I didn't even look at the new belt on the Kawasaki, the new Kawasaki. Hopefully it's just like the Polarises and the Can-Ams and all that, because I'm going to show you what a freaking nightmare this thing is to change just a belt. Can't do it in the freaking desert. Can't do it on the trail. Take you days, months. Let me show you. All right, so first we're gonna have to take off this door. We're gonna have to take off the thousands of Zeus fasteners that are on the door. I already ripped out the seat. So we got the seat ripped out. Look at all that dirt. So before I get any further, I'm gonna vacuum up as much dirt and blow out as much dirt as I possibly can so we don't infect the fuel system with infectious dirt. So we don't wanna do that. Center console's gotta come out. Front plastic freaking thing's gotta come out. Fuel neck coming out. Fuel tank coming out. Gotta move this harness chingasso thing. Gotta move that thing there. And yeah, hundreds of bolts, hundreds of plastic things that'll probably break, but we got bags of them to replace them. And so we're gonna get at it. Let's do it. All right, so he ordered the parts the second the car broke out in the desert. He got on Amazon. You all know what that arrow is. Got on Amazon, ordered the parts for the car, clutch puller, and belt. So let's rip those open and see what they look like. All right, so we got the clutch puller tool, freaking ramrod, and then we got the belt. It's amazing how tiny this belt is compared to like the Polarises and the Can-Ams. It's a tiny belt, but there's your genuine part number from Japan. Link in the description below for these belts and clutch. There you are. See it? You guys got that? Boom. All right, so next we're gonna take our flathead and we're gonna undo all these Zeuses. Pop them off just like that. Just a half turn and they'll all pop off. Spop, spop. Oh, that one's got a sticker on it. We're gonna have to rip that dude's eye off. Get to it. So pretty easy. Don't want to lose them. Like that one. She gone. And we'll take this door off now. And that'll get us access to work on the car. Try to show you guys what it's doing to the Zeus when you undo a Zeus. Just twist it and it comes off that metal deal there. And you just push it out. And see, it just bites onto it. Just holds it on. Easy money. All right, we got the old 16-gallon shop vac. Got it pretty much all cleaned up with all the dirt and debris before anything falls apart and falls into the fuel tank. So we're gonna get that neck off next. All right, so I popped all these little rivets out. Boom, boom. One by the neck of the gas tank. And then there's some on the back side of this. And then underneath is all screws. But I came into a little problem where the cage was in the way of a couple screws. So I just had to kind of heat this up and then bend it out, get the screws. So now we just got to unscrew this one and this one. And then, oh, still on there. Whew. And then we'll get to the underneath here. Underneath there is a couple of these screws. Take the cage screws out, which we could do now. Gotta love the Milwaukee brushless stuff. It's my favorite. Take that stuff out. And we'll just keep trucking. All right, well, we made some progress. Got the fuel tank out. Used some 14s for a bolt there, here, 14s. Need a 14, 10, and a lot of patience. This thing would just be a bleep, 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 because I've already hit my head 10 times on these freaking things. On the Zeus tabs, cracked my head open. Just bolts are tough to get in and out. Trying to get this plastic piece around this cage was a nightmare. Yeah, Kawasaki, shame on you. And I still got hours worth of work just to get that clutch cover off. I mean, we had to undo the fuel. I'm gonna have to undo all this. That's the parking brake, freaking chingasso. Gotta do undo that. I mean, all this has to come undone. And I've been going at it for about 2 hours now. And no beer. I'm not drinking beer. So, yeah, it's a shame. But it's all good. Let's get back at it. All right, got the clutch cover off. Got all that ripped out of the way. I mean, just look at this. It's like a fiasco, dude. You ever seen a fiasco? You're looking at a freaking fiasco right here. Ugh. Whole center console's off. Seats are out. Thousands of bolts and nuts and every freaking tool's out of the toolbox, plus my Jesus socks and sandals. Look at that, dude. Oh my God. So, keep trucking. Well, and just like that, the new belt's back on. Here's the old belt. God. I mean, just destroyed. Old belt. Probably get like 20 bucks for it. Oh God. But nightmare. Well, I finally got it back together. It took me several hours. A lot of curse words. You could have taken it to the place in town, but I bet I owe more to the curse jar because, wow. Changing a belt on a Teryx is a frustration. Yeah, it ain't fun, man. So, I recommend, if you're pretty mechanically inclined, to not do it. If you're super mechanically inclined, don't do it. Pay some dude to do it. Watch, rip a beer, rip a whiskey, and watch him do it because it ain't fun. Comment down below if you've changed the belt on a Teryx, on a mule, on whatever, and was it a pain in the butt for you? Like it was me. I couldn't bore you with this 14 goes here, this 11 goes here, plop this plug, plop that plug, plop, 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 plop. It ain't fun, man. So we got the freaking thing done in a couple hours for him, saved him a couple $100, but I owe the curse jar a couple $100. Oh, and not to mention, I broke his fender on accident. Trying to, because the cage was in the way, trying to get the side panel off to get the gas tank out of there. I done broke his fender. So I got to pick him up a new fender. I broke it. I got to pick it up. So I got to order a new fender for this freaking Kawasaki Teryx. But yeah, I'll show you the completed project. And just like before, she's all put back together. Popped in a couple new rivets for him there in the corner. There on the console there, a couple other little places that needed it, but she's all put back together. I put her in drive, I put her in high, I put her in forward, I put her in low, I put her in reverse, and she goes. So next. So with all that, man, I hope you guys liked it. It wasn't crazy. It's the Dukes of Off-Road Hazard Garage. We got many more projects planned. We got the race truck planned. Kyle's Teryx, dude, that's always breaking or after his races or during his races. So got to rebuild that stuff. But like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.